saw a ghost. She seemed to be draining the man's energy, but when the woman spotted me, she fled in panic. That's when I realized how serious this was. Sure enough, when night fell, the ghost entered the man's room. She took control of him and led him to the deck. Then the man leaped over the railing. He plunged into the sea. Luckily, someone noticed in time. The man was pulled back to safety. I knew instantly the ghost was behind this. When I turned around, there she was, the ghost. I walked up and asked why she did it. The woman's face was filled with guilt. She said she never meant to kill him. When she heard the woman calling her boyfriend's name, she snapped out of it. She realized the man wasn't her fiancé. She wondered why he was staying in room 108. I was about to ask something, but the woman vanished. This made me suspect she might have died at her fiancé's hands. That's why her spirit refused to leave. She kept repeating what she did when she was alive to help her spirit move on. My husband and I went to where the man jumped, when my hand touched the railing.
This is where her body was thrown overboard.
Wait a minute, she was already dead before?
Yeah, and I think one of the crew members killed her.
I checked every passenger record for room 1. None of them had died. My husband suggested she might be a stowaway. We wouldn't find her real identity that way, but we could start with that crew member. We headed to the ship's archive room and found the crew member's photo. His name was written on the back. That crew member happened to be on board. I found him and asked if he remembered. During the Rio trip in 1970, a woman's body had been thrown into the sea. The man's face turned grim. He never expected anyone to remember after all these years. He said it wasn't what I thought. He led us to the bottom of the ship. Then he told us what happened back then.
She said her name was Lorelei. I was down on the well deck when I caught her sneaking out of the cargo hold.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here.
She had stowed away before we departed Rio and had borrowed something to wear so she could sneak into first class. Told me she'd come on board to surprise a man that she'd fallen in love with. I'm afraid she didn't say his name. So we made a silly deal. It was kid stuff, really. I wouldn't turn her in, and she wouldn't tell my commanding officer I was smoking while I was on duty. Then I told her how to get up to first class, and I warned her not to let anybody see her.
When he finished, guilt covered his face. If he had reported it back then, maybe she wouldn't have died so horribly. Then I noticed the iron door behind him. When we opened it, Lola's body appeared before my eyes. The sight terrified me. The man said this was where Lola fell to her death. The captain wanted to protect the company's reputation, so he ordered the body thrown into the sea. Ever since then, he had lived with overwhelming guilt. He would never forget that date, March 16th. After hearing this, I quickly asked my husband to check the guest record for room 108 that day. The name shown was Cliff. The man said the cruise line belonged to Cliff's family, and Cliff was on board right now, but Lola heard everything they said. Learning her fiancé was still on the ship, she couldn't hide her joy. She rushed off to find the man she loved. I followed after her, but when we got there, the woman told us Cliff had collapsed. We rushed in